100 athletes, 171 conference titles, 56 competitive teams, 17 national championships, all in one place.
Blue Nation brings you all of your Blue Gold sports action, from Carson Park
take it into the end zone
to the Sonnentag,
Splash Mountain,
across the street at Hobbs,
perfect chance here, shot and score,
and back up the hill to Bollinger,
2 scores,
McPhee,
Maya Cinnamon,
and Simpson.
Bicycle King.
Live from inside our very own TV10 studios, your starting lineup of John McClain, Gary Barta, and the rest of your sports team. This is Blue Nation.
Welcome to Blue Nation, your home for all things Blue Gold sports. I'm your host, grateful for spring to actually feel like spring, John McClain.
And I'm Gary Barta, who might be the slowest man to ever grace a softball team, bringing you stats, scores, and more for the Blue Golds and beyond.
Yet again, we'll start from the top with our top plays from this past week's happenings across campus.
Then it's back-to-back Livewire weeks, this time with Alec covering men's track and field as they prep for the Drake Relays.
Before wrapping it up with yet another game show ripoff, Blugold Ball Knowledge, trivia style. To my right, Mr. Bennis is back and brings us a bomb from Buck over the weekend.
The Blue Golds were certainly battle-tested on Friday, putting the then 10th ranked team in the country, UW-La Crosse, on the ropes, thanks to their most favorable start all season, and Austin Buck does what he's done all season, hit dingers. Already holding a 2-run advantage on the Eagles, the second baseman sent his shot well over the right field wall to double the lead to 4. This was the largest lead the Golds have held in conference play so far this year and looked poised to take home their very first WIAC win, away from home at one of the hardest places to play in the nation. Unfortunately, there's a reason the Birds down south are now 9th in the country as they soared back to keep the near-flawless home record alive. The Golds are still seeking that elusive first conference win in the SEC of the North as they'll head over to the Pioneers House this weekend for a 4-game slate to wrap up in their travels in the WIAC for the year. I actually got to talk to head coach Patrick Riley, and he talked about trying to get that blood pumping in practice to better get acclimated to these close finishes.
And back over to the Sonnentag, it seems like every time we cover women's lacrosse on this show, there's always a new record to be broken. Well, this week's no different as Regan Warner crossed the 100-goal mark this past week in the War on 94 at home for Senior Day. On a penalty shot, Warner buries it in an island for her 5th score of the day, cementing her as the 3rd Blue Gold in history to cross the century scoring mark. Warner earlier crossed 100 points in her career this season, but she continues to write her name in UWEC history with yet another milestone. The Lady Golds close out their regular season down in Chi-Town this weekend, taking on the 24th ranked squad as the Blue Devils head south as well to Raymer Field to square off against the Falcons in River Fall for their closer on the year. And this dynamic offense keeps firing on all cylinders, even though Colorado College did already win the outright league title. But what do you got for us this week, Gary?
If you're familiar with the Wisconsin club volleyball scene, you are already aware of the sheer dominance that has been on display by the men's dynasty being built in the late hours at McPhee. Out at Chase Field in the home of the Diamondbacks, the Blue Golds added another diamond to the back of their championship rings. To close out their sweep of UW-La Crosse, outside hitter Jackson Peterson got up to set up match point with a nasty kill to the right sideline, in which the same man puts it in the same place with just enough push to secure the boys in blue the gold for the 3rd time in 4 years. Believe it or not, this is the same championship match we've seen the past 4 years, with, you heard me right, Eau Claire winning 3. Mason Mortimer was named tournament MVP, as Finey, Peterson, and Fenton were all named to the Division II All-Tournament team. The Golds hope to return to a familiar place with a familiar title next year, chasing the illustrious 3-peat. And I mean, this Blue Gold men's volleyball team, they're basically yet again another dynasty that this college has put together. But what do you got for us here last for our top plays this week?
Yeah, so softball continues to gain momentum on the road as the Lady Golds face a tough task at the Warhawks Nest this weekend. It's been a decade since UWEC has won down south, but Game 2 reset the timer as Molly Moorcourt goes yard in the top of the 7th. Already leading by 2 runs in the final inning, Marquardt put the game on ice, putting her 6th crib call on the year over left center to seal the deal for a historic win over the 20th ranked Whitewater. As always, the best home run celebration followed on the way to the dugout. Never gets old. Snapping the 10-year winless streak, the Golds host the Pioneers for Alumni Day at Bollinger for a doubleheader, while the 20th ranked Warhawks bring the Eagles to town for a battle of the Birds the same day to scrap for some late bragging rights heading into tournament season. And again, as Marquardt went yard there, 6th time on the season, the Blue Golds, their offense has been cooking so far. And heading into tournament time, let's see if they can keep it up.
Most certainly, but when we come back, provided with this break from David Schmitz and Handful, Alec will give us our second installment of Livewire, featuring the leadoff man on the 4x1, Sam Piontek. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Blue Nation.
I don't know.
Did you read the instructions before doing this? No, I never knew.
I think with it stating desk. I didn't bring water or anything. Right! I was gonna bring milk. I forgot.
Another competitor has entered the stage.
This wasn't planned at all. Don't miss out on the fun. Tune in to Handful on my TV 10.
Welcome back to Blue Nation here on TV 10. I'm Alec Olson with the second edition of Livewire. As the third-ranked men's squad gears up for their home invite, a handful of relays hand their focus off to Drake Relays down in Des Moines this weekend, one of the nation's most renowned competitions. We followed sophomore Sam Piontek, who helped lead their squad into nationals last year, looking to find a similar fate this season. Let's take a look at what all he had to say.
Blue Golds! You better watch your mouth. This mic cord kind of tickles. Huh? Oh, yeah. I am going to Crust today. I sniped the Wordle in one yesterday. Was it Crest? Oh, lad. I got Crest in one. I'm like LeBron of D3 track. Jackson, he's too scared, dude. He's scared of locker rooms and microphones, I guess. Oh, okay. I know, that's awesome. Look at, hopefully he's making me look nice and slim. Jackson, are we ripping an emote after our handoff? Yeah. Well, I was thinking the John Morant grenade.
No, at the end of my 100, I was thinking about doing John Morant.
Yeah, see?
So how do you get chosen for this special spotlight?
It's so they can make an edit of me.
Oh.
You know, like the edit I made of you and
Can you say that?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Steve's running from you today.
Steve?
Actually,
Look, he is hiding. Look at clip Steve hiding from me, bruh. Look at him, he's hiding behind Will.
Hey, we got A to 3, A, same side, A, 3 of 2. A to 3. Say it again. A to 3, A, same side, A.
A on a 3.
Oh, it's got him.
Uh-oh. I think you gotta come more, you come like out, right?
No, it's like 45. Not that, bro. You want it out a little bit.
That's pretty good. Can you really grip it? Yeah, I know.
All right, hey, listen up quick.
Probably.
We're gonna do this slightly different than I think you've done them in the past. Let's go. Number one, the person that's getting the baton is gonna have a slight forward lean, all right? You gotta stop. You guys usually just stand upright and then you just throw your hand here. It doesn't simulate what you actually do in the race at all, right? You're gonna slide forward lean, but this is the position you're gonna be in, taking it. And then you're just driving your hand back for like 40 pounds. Right there. You gotta do the same every time. So the person hand off knows where you're at. So it's here, 40 pounds. Alright? And then the guy handing off, don't just get in this comfortable position where you're right here. Because eventually we don't want to hand off here. We want to hand off here. So you're gonna be upright and just don't lean forward into it. Just a nice comfortable right there. Alright? So make sure, get spaced out and get in a good position.
Oh. Well, every team says stick, so then when you're running, you hear everybody at once. That's how we messed up at. I guess, but.
Like half the time I came to hear Colin, half the time when I hear what Colin says, I just hear a noise.
I guess I feel like on the first leg it's so close though half the time. Go. 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 We'll do it one more time. Go.
Stick.
Oh.
Stick.
Get it up.
I'm just gonna swim me like 9 like that.
Yeah.
It should be like this season. So we go straight there. Yeah, let me get my arm up first. It's like
Yeah.
you react on my arm. Sometimes it might take longer because if my arm's going forward, I have to like stop.
Yeah. Normally I think about saying go when my arm's back, because then it's go.
It's just more of like a. I feel like it's
I'll just do it randomly.
I feel like it's like a distance kind of feel when you say it.
We'll figure it out.
It should be distance.
We'll be locked.
Because think about it, if they're pulling their hand back fast enough where you can't even cycle one arm, they're an idiot.
We get to practice though. I've never done it.
Well,
I've never gotten it in my left.
really, you're left-hand dominant.
Yeah, but I've always been third leg.
Well,
I guess.
like now.
No.
I was there, I was watching, and then I turned once you did, and then I was.
Yeah. That's what I figured. Unless I could have called it late when I.
It didn't look horrible. It didn't feel horrible.
No, I got it right to
I
you.
can tell you right now.
Yeah, you grabbed it, but. Go.
Can I race against Sam, maybe?
You want to race?
Yeah, tomorrow.
What? No, he can't run the race tomorrow.
Okay.
He's got to run in front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's running by herself tomorrow?
No, we're gonna race.
Yeah,
Me and Sophia.
Oh, you mean you're going to attempt to race?
Yep. Yeah, is that a good angle down there? I can't get this John to go back in my underwear.
Probably just do the same one. Just do the same ones as Colin.
You know what? It's because I had it upside down. It wasn't going. Cause I was,
Oh, you weren't even paying attention. You silly guy.
I was trying to put it on upside down. Oh.
So we're calling this now vlogging me.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you shorter than me and slower than me?
Yeah, but I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, I can tell.
He not even looking.
I mean, I know he's small, but he's not that small. Get this eye camera, okay? Turn around.
Yeah. What if I just press my butt cheeks right up against the camera?
You should do that.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Bye, Mom.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know how to end it. Oh, you would want to eat, Tubby.
Yes.
You can catch your Blue Golds in action this weekend at Simpson Field on Saturday, April 26th for the Dick and Mary Johnson Invitational, as well as follow along with the Sprint Squad down at Drake on pttiming.com or at UWEC Track and Field on Instagram. After this message from home screen, we'll be back in studio for some Blue Gold related trivia time. I'm Alec Olson for Blunation. Stay tuned in right here on TV 10.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Leo, and I host Home Screen at TV10. Every other week, I bring you the best gaming content, reviews, news, and video game clips. If you're a gamer, this show is made for you. Tune in at mytv10.uwec.edu or on our YouTube channel, UWEC TV10.
Welcome back to the closing segment here tonight on Blue Nation with our lovely sports team, where we'll play a game titled Blugold Ball Knowledge, where each question will be given and whoever gets the most right out of these amount of questions will win. Simple sugar. So, as always, we got Gary, Alec, and Eli. I say always, even though we have a rotating crew, but that's all right.
Dang.
So I'll have 10 questions for you guys. I'll just read them off the slide. You'll answer on the whiteboard. You'll flip them around, and then we'll talk about the questions just a little bit. So, without further ado, let us get started with question number uno. What men's team has the most amount of national titles?
My marker doesn't work.
Well, it's the thought that counts, Gare.
I'll just scribble very hard.
Wow, really smells like marker in here.
It does.
All right, you guys got them?
Yep.
Flip them. So we got men's soccer and then 2 track and fields. And the answer? Men's track and field with 5. Men's
Let's go.
Gary, men's soccer has only existed for 4 years. Attaway.
Hot start. Hot start.
Hot start for the co-host. But 1 point goes to the 2 sports specialists. Now we'll move on to the inverse. What women's team has the most national titles? Yep, really got to put some elbow grease in that marker. I can see the board bending.
Nope. Yes, it is. I'm trying.
All right, 3, 2, 1, flip them. 2 volleyballs and a women's track and field. Correct answer is women's swim and dive with 3.
I thought about that.
Women's cross country had 2, and I almost put them down, but then I realized women's swim and dive had just 1 more on them. We'll move on to question 3. What was the rationale behind the volleyball?
I mean,
just out of curiosity, I'm not trying to dig out here.
I knew they had one from 2021. I just didn't know if they had a random one. I didn't realize swimming and diving had 3.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a little
I
over-under
stopped
here on a bit of a line. Question 3, over or under 5,500 capacity at the Sonotag? And we're talking like basketball, not like concerts or anything. Strictly basketball. You get the bleachers pulled out. How many people over or under 5,500 can you put in the building? And then if you want to write a number, you can. It's up to you guys.
Do we get bonus points?
Sure.
Closest to gets a bonus point?
Yeah.
Bang. Okay.
I'm not really keeping score. You didn't hear that.
We got it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, flip them. Under 5,100, over at 5,600, and under at 5,100. Survey says Gary and Eli are partially right, but it caps at 5,000 even, according to their website.
Okay.
So very close. I guess partial point. I don't know. Bonus point. Yeah, sure.
1.5. 1.5.
I knew it was in the 5,000s, but that number sounded too specific. Where I was like, it has to be under. Like,
I feel like I thought I've seen 5,100 somewhere.
Yeah.
See, I knew I was wrong right away when both of you had the same number, too.
Alex, like something's off.
Yeah.
Something's off. All right, next question here. Number 4. Name the last 3 men's basketball coaches.
Does current count?
Current counts. Yes.
Okay.
That's your one hint.
I at least get 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I blanking on the current coach? Oh,
Gary.
never mind. Nope, I got it.
We talked about him 2 weeks ago on the show.
Yep, we got it. Nope, I'm good. Do I have to spell it right?
No. It's all right.
Okay.
All right. We'll wait on Alex to finish up. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we got Ken Anderson, Matt Seiberling, Zach Melvick, Eric Spolstra, Doc Rivers, and Coach. Oh, he just has no idea.
Okay.
Zach Melvick and 2 question marks.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna throw a guess out there.
Gary was actually the closest here on these answers.
Was there
it's
someone
Zach
between-
Melvick. Cade Stackpool was the interim after Seiberling.
Oh,
That's
we're going
crazy.
You've
Wow.
got. What did I bang? Anderson? Because it was only 3. It was only 3 coaches, right? It was Ken Anderson, Cyberling, and Melvick. If we're
think-
not counting the interim, right?
If I'm not mistaken, I think there was someone that preceded Cyberling and was after
Okay.
Anderson. Because
Okay.
Anderson stopped coaching in '95. If I'm
And I don't think Cyberling was in
Correct.
'95.
I'm not too sure.
Stackpole was the interim for like I
For
want to say
I don't
like
even
a
know if he.
month.
I don't know if he. Did
No,
he coach a
didn't.
game?
No, he didn't because they hired Malvic. Like
Next
a month-
question. What
on.
year did Eau Claire join Division III from NAIA?
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I told you these are going to be hard.
Come on. I'm giving myself a point for that one, by the way. Stackpole, you've got to be kidding me.
Jeez.
I have faith in you, Gary. You got this.
Dude, this marker is.
Yeah, I need a different one. Oh.
All right, got answers?
Well, I know I got the first two numbers right.
All right, flip them. 58, 58, and 2003. None of you were even close. Show the
we
answer.
got
We actually guessed the
1958?
same one.
I was. Wait, 1973?
Oh.
Because, what was it?
2003?
The year before?
Was it not
the Division
recently?
No.
Oh, I thought
Carrie.
it was recent.
Oh my gosh.
Carrie.
Next question.
That's crazy. We
We'll
have
do
the
another.
same
We'll do
year.
another over under. This is in our intro. You guys should know this.
I should know this. We wrote
boy.
this together.
We wrote this script together, so you should know the number. Also, account for that was before the winter season as well. So you got to account.
So are
for,
we are counting the winter season?
Yes.
Are we guessing how many too? How many conference titles they have?
Yeah, if you want to. So that's a really passive aggressive answer. If you want to.
Jeez.
All right, flip them. Over 200, 175, over at 186. Well, you all had the over, and you were right. It's 174.
Oh, was there only one?
Do
this
you have
winter?
175?
There were, I think there were 3 unaccounted for. I don't think men's soccer was in there, and then men's hockey as well as
Swimming and diving.
swim and dive was another one.
Okay.
Next question.
Dang.
Which came first at Carson Park, football or baseball?
Oh boy.
At Carson.
Wait, at Carson Park.
Oh.
God, Alex board is bending over there.
I got a really bad
All right,
marker,
flip
so I
'em.
gotta like really press it hard.
Correct answer is going to be baseball,
on.
May 1937.
I
before
forget-
that
Whoa.
following fall.
Come on now.
Next question.
I forget Carson Park is that old.
How many different venues does Eau Claire compete at?
Oh,
This is a
boy.
really hard one.
As of when?
This
Now.
year.
Now. Okay.
Like now.
Okay.
So we're knocking Zorn off the list, and it's replaced by the Sonatec.
Okay.
This number's going to be a lot higher than people think. All right, flip them. 12, 7, and 9. Correct answer? So this one really stumped me too. It's 10. So I'm counting the ones we play in multiple times. Carson Park, Sonantag, Hobbs, Bollinger, McPhee, Simpson. We have 3 golf courses apparently.
Yep.
News to me, and then the Menard Center for tennis.
I got the Menard Center. I completely forgot about.
Well, if I would have remembered the
And
golf
we'll go to our
courses,
8th
then I
and
would have
final question here today. It'll be how many different conferences has UWEC won titles in?
Conferences.
So like other than WIAC, you're saying?
Other than WIAC.
Okay. How many others? So not including WIAC?
The list includes WIAC,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, what?
You don't have to name them because I didn't know some of these conferences existed.
That they've won conference titles in?
The original question was going to be how many conferences were they in to begin with.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure if that'd be an accurate depiction. And we'll make this, whoever gets this question right just wins it, because why not?
Oh, okay.
I'll be like
so
the worst
the entire thing just does not matter.
Yeah, it's like the gym teacher whenever you're up by like 40. Last score wins.
Last score wins, yeah.
You got it, Alec?
No, it's not.
All right, just say, flip them and just say what it's supposed to be.
4.
5.
And correct answer is going to
Bingo!
be...
Oh, no way! No way!
The WCHA, whatever that stands for, WSUC, which I'm assuming stands for Wisconsin State University Conference, the WIAC, and then the NCHA.
Really, the Big Ten isn't up there.
Wow!
Dang.
Where's the SEC?
Anyways, That's all time will allow for on Blue Nation this evening. If you want to see more stuff like this with the crew, check us out on mytv10.uwec.edu or on YouTube at UWECTV10, as well as social media to keep up with David's handful, Leo's home screen, and more. We're on Instagram and TikTok at UWECTV10. For myself, Gary, Alec, and Eli, those inside the studio and out of it, we love and thank you for your time here tonight. For Blue Nation,
I'm Gary Barta.
I'm Eli Bennis.
I'm Alec Olson.
And I'm John McClain, saying good evening, and until next time.